Hey, Kyle, AA0Z here, back in the basement for another satellite vlog. So, yesterday was Memorial Day. I went and did a POTA, and I saw that the ISS was making a pass, and then I also saw Rob, Digital Rancher. He made a contact with an astronaut that was on the International Space Station. So, I downloaded an app called Look to Skies, Look for Skies, something like that. And the program that I got does not allow me to set up alerts for some of these passes. So I need to email the developer and figure out what's going on. It has a notify button, but it's not allowing me to click on it or configure it. So I need to get a different program that allows me to be alerted whenever a satellite is going to come overhead. But it really didn't matter because I was up on a hill, but I forgot my microphone. You got to have a microphone to contact the ISS or a satellite. So, and come to find out, I forgot a lot of stuff too. So my first pseudo trying to contact a satellite was a bust. But I've watched a few more videos and now have a deeper appreciation of all the things that I need to put together. So I'm going to show you some of the things that I forgot that I need to make this work. And I got some things in the mail today, so let's go over some of the things that I didn't go over the last time I made a video, and maybe some of this will make some sense so you won't make the same mistakes that I did. So anyway, so let's take a look at some of the stuff. Alright, so one of the things that I forgot was my mic, so I had to plug that in. But let me go over some of the things that I didn't go over in my last video. So these are rails that I 3D printed off of, I will put the link in the description below, KE7QEK, I believe, is the designer of these. So I printed these off, and they fit the TM-V71A here, and I had to go to Lowe's and get some 4mm screws, or M4 screws, to place in here to attach them, because the screws that come with the unit, they're just not long enough. So got those attached. So now I'm able to hang this radio from my neck, and I do that by, I had an old low pro case that I'm not doing anything with. So this is just a low pro strap that I'm going to put this radio, I'm going to hang it around my neck, and it's just going to set on my chest, and that is how I'm going to operate. It's a little tough to get to these buttons and these knobs down here, but until I graduate to something bigger, this will do. Another thing that I didn't realize was this power cord was going to be a problem. Now, I left a little bit of length here so it can, basically I can put the Bioenno battery in my pocket, and I can keep this on my chest and then be able to put the battery in my pocket and it able to get power. This was unruly, and I'm sure some of you are saying, well, just cut the cord down. I don't want to, because I might do something else with this radio. If I don't like satellites, and this is my only forte into the hobby here on the satellite work, I want to be able to keep this cable intact and, you know, be able to put it back in my house, so, or in the place that it was. So I wrapped this cable here up, and this is as best as it's going to get. So another thing that I didn't realize was how I was going to get audio I was just assuming that I was going to get audio out of the speaker. Well, whenever you're working these birds that are full duplex, or you need to listen to the downlink whenever you're, pushing signal into the uplink, you're going to get feedback from the microphone. So I have a splitter. This thing has got 2 speaker outputs, speaker 1 and speaker 2. So I had a splitter. I bought like 10 of these splitters on mono price. So I'm going to hook one of these up to my headphones, and I need to get some headphones. And then the other side, whenever I was watching Sean, KX9X, talk about his satellite passes and how he logs, and I will put a link in the description or the card up above. He has a little recorder here, and I've got this H1 Zoom that I was using for CW, but I haven't used it in a while because I got the DJI mic, the wireless mic system, and I use that, and it's much easier. I can clip one of the mics on me, and I can clip one of the mics on the receiver, and I get pretty good audio. But this is what I'm going to use to record the satellites, and it's got a microphone in and a line in. So I'm hopeful that this is a stereo plug, a tip ring sleeve, and it really doesn't matter if it only records one on one channel. I can do some mixing and mastering after the fact, and as long as I get audio into this guy and it's not totally blown out and it's audible, I think this will be good. So then the other side goes to my headphones. And then I also discovered that the coax that I had was not long enough. Whenever I waved the elk antenna all around, I was pulling the radio and putting a lot of strain on the coax. So this is 7 feet with PL259s on the end, and I got this from American Coax on eBay, and I will put a link in the description to American Coax. These are nickel plated ends, and they will tarnish, but I've had American Coax for years and years and years, and yes, they have tarnish, but they keep ticking here, so I haven't had any problems. So this is a 7-foot run, and I'm hopeful that the run that I had previous, which was 5 foot, will be enough, and I wanted to keep this as short as possible. This is RG400 cable. It's double shielded, so I think this will be a good addition. The other thing that I'm working on is on my 3D printer here. The first print that I had for my elk mountain radio antenna went kaput. It didn't stick to the bed, so I'm redoing it with a bunch of rafts, and hopefully that will print correctly, and I'll have a good way to hold the elk antenna, because that thing is a little heavy. So other than that, let me rearrange here. So let me get to the front here. Other than that, I think that I am ready. Now, I still have an issue with the software and what I'm going to use. There are 3 or 4 different types of software, Android based. I have an Android phone. So all of you Apple people who are going to, 1, hate on me, and 2, give me suggestions that are Apple only, you can go stick it. But I'm having an issue with the software, so I don't know what I'm going to do. I think I need to email the developer and figure out how I can get notified on passes. Granted, it's not like I'm going to be able to walk out my backyard and unless there's a satellite right over me, because I have trees, I live in a valley. It's not the best, but if you've probably got a satellite that is, I don't know, over 60 degrees on the horizon, I think I could probably hit it. And of course, one that goes overhead. So anyway, that is the continuing saga. Still haven't made a contact. Still gathering my stuff. I know that I got a lot of comments and emails from all of you saying that getting into satellites is cool and giving me some advice. So thank you. Maybe one of these days we'll have Sean and Rob and some of my other people that I look up to on this satellite stuff, and maybe we'll do a roundtable about satellites and see what tips and tricks we can give each other. But anyway, that is the update. Again, if you got any updates, let me know. But yeah, look for, maybe in vlog number 3, we will actually make a satellite contact. I'd like to contact the ISS and get the astronaut, not really sure who it is in the books, but I don't know. So anyway, thanks for watching, 73. Till the next time, keep on satelliting. What?